Okay. So now actually what when I just reopen this because I didn't have this material inside this, so I'll just click on this and I will add material to my current model. And then when I just click on this, now the material it has been added and you can see a message information at the bottom also. Now when I just go and click on edit these options, then you can see it's a density, elastic and plastic. In future that whenever you wanted to do that one, you can able to do in the similar way actually. So overwriting is possible when you are coming from database to a current project, it is possible. But from current project to a database that when you want to move, overwrite is not possible. Because database, it always welcomes n number of a data. So it will never stop you to overwrite or something like that. That's the user choice that you have to make sure that going with an identical names for all the materials, that's where the grades, and then you can able to save your databases. Tomorrow, if possible, I'll try to pull out more databases and then I'll show you those guys and those things also, guys. That's what I hope for Dennis, it's clear, right? How we are creating a material and how we are updating the material and how to call from a database and how to save it in a database.
Yes, sir, it's very clear, sir.
Okay, fine then. So moving on this is very important, guys. So you start working from today onwards, create all your materials and try to save it on your databases and all. So for the next projects, when we are just meeting up to the next classes and all, so you should have all your material databases in your own laptops and all. And once after saving all this particular material information and all, so now you have this material information have created this today and now I'm just planning to move my machine or like I have formatted the things and I would like to call multiple database library, all those things. So in that particular conditions, what I can do, I have an option here, like you have to go to the folder, this PC, you have to go to the C files, you have to go to users, and from the users, you have to go to on your own username, it should be there. Okay, it's mine. It would be like some HP. I can just go. It's like a HP, and inside this HP, I have an option called as an app data, or no, I have an option called as an Abacus plugins. So directly go to an Abacus plugins. This is what the material info library I have created it. Now, once if I just copy this particular material library and paste it in a different machine in the same location, paste it in a different machine in the same location, then it would be helpful for us. So the location also I'm just trying sharing you guys. So once you just paste in the C users that own your own user that you have to go inside that you can see it's an Abacus plugins. Inside this an Abacus plugins that you can see this material database options. So you can able to copy these material databases and paste it here whenever it is needed. So all the materials will get updated for it. Okay. So this is the last one. So with this, the complete creation and control on your materials we have seen only to the varieties of materials that we have to see based upon that. Now you have seen like how to create for metals. Similarly, you can able to create for plastics also. But for composites, you have to tell me whether it's isotropic, orthotropic, or anisotropic. Based on that, I will help you out how to feed those particular values and all. So as I would like to show this to Ashish, well, Ashish is not there, but you can pass on this information. So Ashish has given me one particular composite things. He has given me a density, that's good. And thickness of an each ply he has given, that's good. Ultimate strength, he has mentioned it as a 3800 MPa, even that's agreed. But on a Young's modulus, it was like too high, what I felt. I just want to confirm with him whether it is correct or not. If it is 242 GPa is the Young's modulus, that is what I would like to confirm with him. If it is done, then you know how to feed all these particular values also. You know how to feed all these particular values. So for Ashish, this is on a composites. He has to go on with different material criteria as a failure criteria. In general, one measures stress theory or distortion energy theory, we call. So that particular theory will help us to validate your material, whether it's a metals or a plastic, anything. But for a composites, we have to go on with another material failure criteria that I will show you that once Ashish is also available. I think we can explain those things. Okay. So let me go on this. I hope like now all this material information, everything that is cleared it. So next I would like to next thing I would like to show you a very simple problem that we can do it now. It's a very simple problem. So I'm just going for the part. Now set working directory. It is on the desktop, it is there, but now it's not on the desktop that I can just go. It's inside this Abacus. Inside this Abacus trainings. Yeah, we can create a folder here. So NIT Salchal. And then we can just go and create one particular folder. Today it is 25/09/2021. So we try to save all this information to this particular folder. So set this as a working directory. Okay, now going for the part, I know how to create a part, right? So I'm just clicking on this create a part. Now I can just name this as a beam element. It's a beam. I would like to create it now. It's a 3D only, 3D beam only I want to do, which is again a deformable shape, but the shape it is not, it's a solid or a shell, it's a wire element. It's a wire, that's a single 1D element that I'm creating it. It's a planar it, continue. Okay, now I would like to create the beam. So as we have spent enough amount of a time on this, so I'm just going in a faster way, how to fix this. And now it's a simple line that I'm creating it. A simple line. Now I would like to measure the distance. Now the distance is like around some 500 meter, 500 mm, that is around 0.5 meter length that I would like to build this. And now if you just see this one, I would like to control this, but this has been went up to this particular length. So in that particular cases, you can just measure this. You can just call this as a 0. Then automatically everything goes on to your one side. Okay, goes on to your one side. And now you can see this one. 200 is my graph size. I have taken it. That's fine. But I would like to go beyond this particular graph also.
So what the operation you did? I didn't get for turning to one side.
Okay. So okay, here it is there, right? So now what I have done is I have selected this add dimension again. So I've measured this dimensions from here to the center line. What is the distance? Now it's a 439, right? But I'm just mentioning the distance is a 0. Okay. You got me?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay. So I'm just mentioning this as a 0. Yeah. Now just done. Give it okay. Now this is where a wire element I have created it. It is just a wire element. Okay. So you can see here like it's just go 3D deformable. Under that we have selected it as a wire. That's why we can see it's only a 1D element. So now going on this, I would like to go and add a properties. To adding up this particular properties, I say I can assign the same material that what I have in my material library. So I can just bring this, which is already existing here. So I can just create a sections for this. So now I have created a material in a property library. After creating a material, I have to tell to which section I have to assign a material. A section means the section will store the information about either it's a 3D part, a 2D part, or a 1D part, it's a beam element, or it's a surface element, or it's a continuum element. So all these informations will be stored in this particular section. So I would like to create a session. So the second option is called as a create a session. So I would like to create a section, and in the section, I would like to mention this, it's a beam element. It's not if it's a solid homogeneous, it's 1D element, right? So I can just call it as a beam element. So it's a beam, so beam, or it's a truss. So you know the difference between the beam and truss, right?
Yes, sir. You know.
Yeah. So I'm just selecting this as a beam and just giving continue on this. Now, after selecting this one, it's going to ask you what is the profile of your beam. So I need to define my particular profile also. So its profile is already listed. No, it's not listed. So I would like to create a new profile. So to create a new profile, here you have an icon. So you just click on this icon. So after clicking on this icon, then it will ask you to name of your profile it. So profiling name, I can just mentioning that particular thing. So I can just go with a simple circle one. So profile one, I would like to call this as a circle. I can select this as a circle. Like if you want like a rectangle also, you can just go and select it as a rectangle. So I'm just going it as a circle. So just continue on this one. Now it's giving me, asking you like, what's the radius of your circle? So it's a 500.5 meters, like 500 mm length. So I can just go at least something around some 15, 20 mm, that is 30 mm radius I can. So 30 mm diameter I can go. So I'm just giving it as a 15 is a radius. That's a random values, guys. So I'm just giving okay. Okay. After giving this, now it's a circular profile that you have added it. Inside the circular profile, you have fed that. It's a circle in shape and having a radius of 15 mm. And then the material for that particular thing is already an aluminum 6030. If you have all the list of materials, all the list it's going to show, then you have to pick up that particular material. So we'll just give okay. Now what I have done, I have created a material. I've created one particular section, and to that particular section, I'm just giving this particular material, like defining the profile of my section, whether it's a solid or it's a 1D, it's a 1D beam, and then what's a profile and what's the radius of it, everything that I'm giving. After doing this, that particular profile I have created it, I have to assign that to my geometry that which I have done for 500 mm length. So for that, here you have an option called as an assign a section. What you are doing, creating a material, and you are creating a section. Inside the section, the created material you are assigning it. Now you have to assign a section. So created whatever the section you have already created it, that you have to assign this one. So now click on this assign button. Now you can select this. You just simply drag and mouse button one and just simply drag, then automatically everything got selected over here. So now you just go and name this as a beam. I would like to call this as a beam as my section name. So it's done. And then it is asking you, this is a section one, right? So which I have created it. So section one, I'm just selecting it and just give okay. Now, if you see this one before to this, now the color it has been changed. Now the light blue color, it indicates that it has been properly applied with a material. It has been properly applied with a material. Not only for this beam actually, for the beam, you have to go and apply a one more material property. That's what the orientation of your material, from where to where the material orientation goes on. So it's not too important for you in your projects, but I would like to show it's a 1D thing. So here you can see this, it's assign a beam orientation, only for the beam elements that you are trying to do this one. So now click on this one, click on this. You can just name this as a beam orientation. It will ask you like select the regions to be assigned to a beam orientation and all. Just give okay. Now in which directions I would like to travel the material. So in this direction, okay, no problem. Automatically it has been selected. Just give enter, then it will take it. So you just have to confirm this. Now the material it has been assigned. Okay. Now whether this profile it is being assigned with that particular dimensions or not, that if you want to check it, that if you would like to visualize it. So for visualization, yeah.
Can you tell me once again for the fifth tool you used now? What is the use of that?
This material
Yeah, this one.
orientation.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
we see it's a 1D element that we are telling that we are applying some profile, right? And to the profile that we are assigning one material, the profile starts from here to here, or it starts from here to here, and which direction it is going, that we need to define that.
Okay.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you define it here or if you define it here, because that always depends upon your coordinate systems only. So, but we just have to apply that particular orientation. That's it. After applying this orientation, I want to see whether it has been really applied with that particular circular profile or not. To see that particular things, that what I can do here, I can just go to view. I can just go to view. Now here I have this things called as a graphic options. Now click on this graphic option. Oh, sorry, not this. View part display options. You can just go it as a part display options. I'll tell you about the graphic options also. You have to just go it as a part display options. Click on this part display options. Once you click on this part display options, it's going to show you so many things. Don't worry about all those things. Just click on this render beam profiles. Click on this render beam profiles and then just apply. After giving an apply, you can see this one. Here you can see this. It has been applied with a circular profile. It has been applied with a circular profile. You can see this. Okay, so I'm just giving okay for this. Now I've seen this section. I would like to rename this as a circle. This is my circle things, right? So see, after renaming these particular things, then immediately what happened, it is like it's showing me in the red color. That means this particular section assignment manager has to be updated again. Now edit this one, section 1, it is not found, it is showing this, edit. Then you can show this is a circle 1, just give okay. Okay, so the red indicates that whenever you want to rename this or when you are updating the names or some kind of changes is happening. So you have to make sure this particular assignment it is happening properly. This particular assignment it is happening properly. So you have to be take care about all those things. Okay. Now I have seen this assignment is done. I would like to go and create a new profile. It's not now. It's not a circle one. It's a rectangle. So with a beam. It's not a circle. I'd like to create a profile. Now I can just name this as a rectangular one. So I can just continue this one. So now I just need to feed this in A as 15 and B as 20. Just give okay. Okay. So now if I just go to my section manager, instead of here it's a beam constant of a circle I have fed, right? So if I just go and edit, instead of a circle, I can feed this as a rectangle and just give okay. Okay, now tick mark everything is coming, but still here you can see this one. Still here you can see this. This is showing you on a circular one. It's not mean that this is always in a circle. You have to go and click on this. Yeah, sorry. So many things I'm just okay. You just go this, then you have to go for your feature button over there. Feature and regenerate. You click on this regenerate one.
Here we didn't use the fifth tool
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
rectangle.
Yes. That's a problem actually. Yeah, you can just go here. Now you can go feature and regenerate. If it is not coming, then you try to assign this. It's a new one that I would like to assign this. So just give okay and just give okay for this. Okay. What I do is I try to delete this again. So we can just go assign this as a rectangle. Okay, no issues. That is where like in the part we have written it's a beam. I can just copy this. That's a beam. Rectangle we can use. And just go to the property module. Circle, we can delete this completely. We have only this rectangle, right? So we can just go. View, part display options, render. Oh, no, normally it shows it. It shows it, guys. Don't worry. Let me save this. Rectangle. It's a beam rectangle that we need to show. So view part display options, apply. I'm sorry, I don't know why it is showing this. Okay, we can just go with a new model. It's a part. I would like to create this 3D. It's a wire planar. I can just go simply. I'm just doing a line. It's property from this I would like to call and go with this. It's a beam type. I would like to do this. It's a rectangle one and it's like a 10 and 15. I can apply this. Okay. And then I can select this in this section one. Actually, we have just created this. We can just go assign this, enter, apply this rotation. Now you can see this, guys. This is how actually it has been applied for this. Okay, I don't know, maybe it's not the cool start or something like that. So now actually what I can do, I can just go to a part. I would like to create one more part, and this I would like to do this. And going on to the property, I can just create one more property of it's not a profile one, it's a circular profile one. For 10 radius, you can go. And then that's a section 2, right? So I would like to apply this as a section 2. And material orientation, I can just give. Okay. This is taking up the first one, but it should not happen it actually. In the real-time versions, it may goes on like whatever the things it is. It's a feature, we generally, okay. It's taking up the things and all like this, but it should goes on like multiple things and all this. So don't worry on this. Maybe some bug it might be. I will try to update with fixes. Try on your model also. If you are getting up the same issues, then I'll try to show you like how to do that in original license. I'll show you that. Okay, don't worry on this part.
Okay.
This is how you can able to create your sections, and then you can able to assign like whatever the way that you want it. You can able to do all those particular parts. Yeah, once if it is done, now I would like to delete this. I can just simply go with this itself. With this, I can just go to assembly module and I can able to create an instance. Just creating an instance, that means I have to import this particular part and just give OK. Now this particular part, it has been imported. After importing this one, I'll just go to the steps. So in the step that what we have done initially, we have created one step, right? It's an initial step. By default, it's going to come. Now I would like to create a new step. It's a static general step. That's for the Newton-Raphson method we have discussed in our last session. So just give it the static Newton-Raphson. It's a nonlinear geometry is on. Going on this, then I can choose this. It's a 0.01. Remember my food example that I told you guys. So you'll come to know how we are feeding them this. And then just going this load module. So what I can do is I'll say I'm just fixing an all degrees of freedom here. I'll just fix it. I'm just giving you a glance, guys. I'll explain that once everyone is available. Hello.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So now what you have to do is you have to go and create a displacement. At this point, I would like to apply in term of y direction for around something around 1 mm that I would like to compress this, or like it's a tensile. Okay, so I would like to compress it or tensile that you can able to do it. The negative 2 mm or 3 mm also you can able to do that. Okay, I'm just going with this. Now you can go and do the measures also. Okay, after this directly you can go and create a job engine. I'm not doing the complete things, guys, because I'll try to explain you all the things in detail. So I'm just giving up this particular job. Now I'm trying to run this before make sure that set working directory is into today's folder. I'm just running this particular job just to show you like what are the files that we are going to get. And from there, I'll teach you like what are the importance of each and everything. Now here, my job one, it has been submitted. So now it is running. First, it will check for whether the inputs are sufficient or not. The given inputs are correct or not, it will check it. So if anything wrong with the given inputs, like any material information or something, then it will fail an error. But here all the information is correct. That's why it is showing its input file processor completed successfully. Okay, now the job it has been completed. Once if you just go to the folder that which I have saved this on this today, these are the number of files it has been created. You already know what is a CAE file, what is a JNL file. Recording file is like what we have done in this. It is going to record all the code and all, but right now we have not nothing recorded in this. And then we have an INP file. So whenever someone asks you to work on multiple versions or any other information and all, you have to always share this particular INP file. This INP file is more powerful than the CAE file. Okay. If you have an INP file, either you can able to open in a lower versions or higher versions, or any time in the life. Any time in the life you can able to open this INP files. Okay. And apart from this, like when you are trying to solve this particular problem, you just give a right click on this and click on this monitor, and it gives you the informations about all these particular stuff. This is what I'm telling this. This is one set of a biryani. That is step one. And this is an increment. So to eat this complete biryani, I have taken like 15 increments. And on each increment is 1 spoon. I have taken second also, I have eaten 1 spoon. So like this. So it's a smooth one. It's a smoothly dissolving one. Anything I have dropped out into my plate, it's like a severe discontinuities, nothing. It's all are in equilibrium conditions. Maybe inside this attempt, I may go with some multiple iterations. There are the 2 iterations. 2 iterations are like a smooth iterations only. Like I have chewed it for 2 times. That's what the iterations it shows on this. So it's going well. And what is the time interval you have taken it for in each and everything? And this is the total time it has been shown. All these informations you can get it in status file. Here also you can see that's called your STA file. So here you can see this one. This is called your status file. You can see. So the status file gives you this complete information. So how it looks, all those things. So remember this, guys. Status file gives the complete information about what is the step, how many increments it went, how many attempts it made, how many are in equilibrium equations, and how many are severe discontinuity iterations, and what are the total number of iterations, what's the time taken for an each interval of a time, and then time will keep adding up to this particular things. For summation of one, for last step it has been taken 0.08, previously it has taken 0.1, and this is how 0.1, 0.2 addition of your time. This 0.01, 0.01, right? So this 0.01 plus 0.01, that gives you like 0.02. Now 0.02 plus 0.01 something like that gives me around like 0.350. So that's why you can see up the difference of 1.5 over here. So like this, it's going to see this one. If you have any challenges over here, you can see it is like use steps will be there. So we will be discussing about those particular things in your problem. That is very, very important, understanding about the use steps. So we will discuss in detail about this particular use steps. Now go back here. I would like to right click on this and click on results. Then it will take you to a visualization module. Module is visualization. Now you can see this one. This is what the part. Now this is where you can click on this plot on deformed shapes. So it gives you the deformed shape of all these things and what's the stresses involved in it. Now you can just go and keep up this particular animation also. That's how it's going to do that one. If you want to show this in 3D, you just go to your view, ODB display options, render your beam profiles, apply it. So like this, it's going to show you this thing. Okay, so second, I have just shown you like an overview about all this particular things. In this overview, the most important that you have to remember is an INP file. This INP file stores up the complete information. So this INP file stores you the complete informations of your part, how many number of elements, what is the boundary conditions, what is your material properties that you have fed. Okay, so where and all, which loads that you are giving it, how much amount of displacements that you are trying to apply for this. So all the information will save in this. So if you have this particular file, you can able to open in any versions, any other softwares also you can able to open this thing. Okay, and this is ODB file. ODB file saves you all the results and all. So ODB file try to save you all the results. PowerPoint is not at
3-4.
Sorry. Hello.
Yes, sir.
You are asking me something or like?
No, sir. Here one friend come to my room. I didn't off my mic. That's
Okay.
why this noise.
This stores up the results. This is Abacus native format file. This is common format. You can just name it, and the next meeting that I'll make it, because PowerPoint is not yet updated in my machine still. And the next, this status file gives you the status. One second, maybe trial version might have been come along with us. Yeah. At least these slides we can merge it later actually. Oh shit, man. So many things. Okay. Okay, anyways, done this. Let's go here, Microsoft. Yeah, 2007 it is there. So I'll use PowerPoint 2007. Oh my God, I don't want this. Okay. feeling very new on working on this. To summarize this, actually, you can just copy this. I can paste this here. Okay, so you can just this. This is a native abacus format. This is the native abacus format that you can see. This INP is standard format to open in any other software having not to work complete information. I can just put this INP dot INP. It is dot CAE. Okay, and you can see one more thing. It's not dot INP and it's dot ODB. ODB file stores the results information. ODB file stores the results information. Okay, ODB file stores the results information. And then you have one STA file. STA file tells status of the problem. What was the status of your problem? That will STA file will help you out to know what is the status of your problem and all. Okay, and we have one more thing that's called as an Outlook item. You can see this. Yes, we can call this Outlook item. Generally called as message file that stores the information about the steps, iterations, and attempts made. Okay, this is where how many number of spoons you ate, and that status file, it shows the list, right? So equilibrium equations between what and what it has happened, everything that's going to give you those information. So let me also save this into same save this. So end of this session, I'll try to give you this Outlook item. So let me show up this particular Outlook item also. How it looks is, this is where you can just try to open this. Okay. Open with, not with an Outlook or something, choose another program and open this in the notepad itself. So it gives you like, that's a step one of a static analysis. What's the total incremental time that for step one increment time you have taken it as a 1, and this is a complete constraints. Actually, you can show that. So convergency tolerance parameters for the force, these are the values it should be, and accept for this. Acceptance criteria it will write first, and then it shows you the complete informations like at particular first attempt, what is the force it is coming, and all the other informations completely. It gives you a clear picture about in each and everything. Okay, so if you once you list out the things, then It gives you like all the 15 attempts that you made, or 15 attempts, that everything that it is there, everything it's going to show up to this particular batch channel. Okay, the complete information it shows you guys. Okay, this complete information it gives you, and it gives you like what are the error messages, what are the negative eigen messages, what are the numerical problems, anything it is there. So all the information it's going to give you this message file. So that is what actually can see, not this one. Yeah, this is what I have it. So I'll try to save this also once I got with the power. So with this, I would like to stop our session because I'm running out of battery. Also, I just need to keep it for any kind of an urgent mails, those kind of things. So let me know like if you have any queries, Dennis, so that we can discuss. Once everyone is available tomorrow, we can go in detail about this particular problem, and we'll try to work out it.
I have one question, like in a property module,
Yeah.
we didn't use the fourth tool. Why? What is the use of that fourth tool? Can you explain, please?
Yeah, in the property module.
That fourth tool.
This one.
Yeah, that.
This is for composite materials. Composite materials. When you want to go with
Yes.
like a layup technique materials, then we can use these things. I may not cover up all the options because no, we are going up with like a project oriented trainings, right? So as long as I got the information, I can try to cover those topics. Okay. And Abacus is a very huge, even I too don't know, after spending of 10 years of time in this, even I too don't know the complete things and all. Like it's a huge, works with multiple environments, multiple domain, people can able to use this Abacus. Okay, whatever necessary for our project, everything will be covered.
Okay.
Yeah. So with this, I would like to stop. And yeah, before getting into this, let me store this recordings also. Can just go to articles, training, Finite Social. As long as, okay, in this, so we can save this. Okay, guys, this videos and all, once I back up with power, then I can able to let you know, okay?
When will be our tomorrow's session?
I will confirm you after a few hours. I have another meeting at like a 4 o'clock. Based on that particular timings, I'll confirm you those things, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah, good day. Practice on it. Any doubts, text me on that, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then, yeah. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye.